Hello and welcome to PlanetSpark Learn Tech Games Creation Training. It's really good to have you on board towards this journey that we have in terms of creating these learning games for the kids. The training is structured into various small lessons. But before we get down to discussing the structure of this training, I will spend some time to give you a bit of context on who we are, what we do, and what is the desired outcome. In this assignment that we have for you. So let's then dive right into it and get to know what is PlanetSpark. So I'm not sure whether you have uh, partnered with us before in terms of doing certain projects for us. In case you have worked with us, it will be a very small refresher in terms of what is PlanetSpark. And if you have not, then I think it will give you a very quick overview of what are we all about. So there are lots of aspects to our business. We get into offline learning elements as well, and now we are getting more into the online aspect of learning. So I'll give you a very quick overview of who we are and what do we do. So, uh, we are a startup, and our name is PlanetSpark, and we design educational games which are played on mobile apps. Okay, so the ultimate objective is to design educational games which are to be played on a mobile app. Now, these educational games are in two subjects, mathematics and English, and they are used on either Android platform or the iOS platform as well. But they are going to be developed on web HTML platform within an Android iOS app. Okay, so what is important for you to know here is that these games are ultimately going to be played on a mobile app, and that has its own implications. So you should be completely aware of what is the final outcome in terms of these games, and who and how are they going to be played on the platforms, and what platforms are they going to be played on. Right. So, as far as the question of what is PlanetSpark is concerned, there are three important things for you to know. I'll repeat them. First is that we design educational games which are played on mobile apps, and games are developed by a JavaScript developer to be played on web HTML platform within an Android iOS app. So that is the second important point. The third is that these games are mathematics and English learning games. Okay, and I use the word learning games, not testing games, and it is very important for you to know the difference between the two. We only design learning games and we don't design testing games. A testing game is a game in which you are just simply testing the child's knowledge, by throwing up questions. That is something which we've seen quite often in the games these days. But we believe in the learning aspect of it. So not just directly asking questions, but helping the child practice a lot in these games, and then really discovering the learning while the practice is on. And I'll talk more about it when I show you certain examples of past games that we have created on what do we exactly mean by learning games. Right, so as far as PlanetSpark is concerned, you should be aware of the fact that these are the three important aspects of the program. Now, the first slide was on welcome to the PlanetSpark Learn Tech Games Creation Training, and it's a it's a very exciting assignment. I would say it's an assignment which is really fun and exciting, because what you are doing is at the end of this training you will be creating mathematics or English games for kids which are going to be played on mobile apps. So this is the latest learn tech elements that we are bringing in, and they should be really fun to implement. So sit back, relax, and undergo this training properly, so that you can give us the right output when you are creating these trainings, and also have fun along the way. Because until and unless both the things happen, the desired output will never be there. So if we really want you to have uh, all your creative juices come into play when you are creating these games, and also you should be enjoying the process of creating these games, so that the output is such that the kids also enjoy when they are playing it. So output is good when the person who's creating it is also enjoying while creating it. So we don't want it to be like a boring exercise for you when you are creating these games, right? So I think now you get the gist about PlanetSpark as well, to a certain extent, that we are creating educational games for mathematics and English, which are to be played on mobile phones. The environment of these games is going to be HTML and web, right? So these are the important elements that you should know about. So I think this was a very small overview on us and this assignment. We will get down into other courses immediately after this small lesson. So see you in the next small lesson then. Thank you.